Welcome along to this Property Tribes TV interview where we are talking fire safety in rental properties. And I'm delighted to be talking now about BlueWatch with Paul Fuller, Chief Fire Officer of Bedfordshire. So welcome to you, Paul. First of all, just give us a little insight into the history of BlueWatch, because it's very much a sort of fire community generated effort, isn't it?
Yes, it is very much. Two things happened really some time ago that came together. One was that we've become increasingly concerned about fire safety in particularly private rented accommodation, but all rented accommodation really, and how we could improve that fire safety. And also there were increasing instances of people being injured or even killed by carbon monoxide in their homes and in their flats. So we wanted to look at ways also of incorporating carbon monoxide safety into fire safety.
Fantastic.
And so the result of that was that the Chief Fire Officers Association have formed this product called BlueWatch, which effectively is about having a safer home, particularly targeted at private landlords who can register their property through a web-based tool which enables them to demonstrate that they have taken account of the safety of the people that will rent that property from them. And it's a sort of a mark which gives some assurance to people that are renting those properties.
Fantastic. Now, it's very much focused about your website, and landlords can go on there and find a lot of different resources to help them keep tenants safe. Could you just talk us through a few of the things they'll find on your website?
Yes, there are a number of opportunities. The first one, of course, is to simply register and then go through a self-assessment checklist, which will enable a landlord to go through a thought process. Which really is about identifying safe provisions that they have put into those premises, at the end of which they're accredited by that process. So that's a self-certification.
Yep.
There's also an opportunity to have that validated by their local fire and rescue service or someone acting on their behalf by means of a physical check of the premises, which takes their sort of accreditation a step higher. And if you can imagine the more that the landlord does, the higher their safety rating, that's effectively how it works. Now, when the landlord goes through that process of self-assessment, it might be that their premises, they see from their premises there are things they need to do. They need, such as a smoke alarm or a carbon monoxide alarm, and they can then go onto the online shop and buy those products directly through the online shop off that website. So that in total then enables the website to be used to create safer people within those safer premises.
Fantastic. Well done. I mean, clearly it's a kind of two-pronged attack, because you want to reach out to landlords, but presumably you also want to create consumer awareness amongst tenants about fire safety issues, but also to look for landlords who have voluntarily self-regulated by joining BlueWatch.
Absolutely. Look, the vast majority of landlords are conscientious and they want to do the right thing. And we want to help them to make their premises safer, and we want to give assurance to the people that are renting those properties that they are renting a safer property, as safe as it reasonably can be. At the same time, the tiny minority of landlords that are not conscientious will also be caught up in that process, because we will try obviously to make them more aware of their responsibilities and make people that are potentially renting properties aware of the inadequacies of properties that are not well looked after. And that's not only about fire safety, it's also about carbon monoxide safety as well.
Yes, indeed. So you've got the eyes and the ears of the Property Tribes landlord community. If you could send a message to them just to finish off, what would your message be to them, Paul?
My message would be, if you take nothing away from this discussion, look on the website, see what it has to offer, and there'll be a range of products on there that you'll want to be part of.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and I think this is a really strong initiative where landlords can work with the fire safety community to improve conditions in rental properties. And here at Property Tribes, we fully support all your efforts, and we would like to continue to help you create that awareness.
Thank you very much. Likewise, we're about people's safety and the safety of properties.